him around.
Yeah. So then... Okay. Crypto.
Definitely 5 or 6. Mm.
Explain your argument. We gotta do that for all the legends.
Again, he's super
Now that they've changed
situational.
him. Yeah.
It's not much
Well,
of
I
a
mean, a lot
change.
of
It's definitely
legends
beneficial,
are
but it's not.
situational.
Yeah, like the devs themselves said it with their last dev stream. Every character is meant to be on a team. No one is meant to be played solo,
Of course. And
which is
this is in
why.
terms of helpfulness to the entire team,
Exactly, yeah.
not
Which
in
is
terms of like
why.
assault or anything.
No, 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 no. This is a team assembly specific, according to them. And like,
No,
that's
I'm
why
just
they.
saying our list.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I'm also going off what they
Yeah.
said, which is true, because they said themselves that's the reason why solo is not an active mode, and why duos is because of course it's still a team. It's just
Of course.
a two-man
Naturally.
team. So again, very situational, and that's why I brought the win that we got on the stream, which because it was nighttime, and his scan is way more visible at night than it is during the day. What the? Okay, and then so based on a team situation, the way the team is built can put crypto at a very big disadvantage. Because say we have a camping team, one that's based on, let's say, Caustic, Pathfinder, and Crypto. Yes, you have the ability to gain height and mobility through Pathfinder's zipline, but you also have to take in consideration the Caustic might want to sit down for a bit and put traps everywhere to sort
Okay.
of protect the team. Now,
Right.
I believe in a camping like setting, it can be very like it's like the worst potential team that a crypto can be put on because a crypto his job is intel. He's supposed to tell you where the enemy is. He's supposed to slow them down and he's supposed to give you that edge by telling you where everyone is and of course by slowing them down so you can push. So because of this, if you're on a camping team with one person being able to move around the map as freely as Pathfinder can, then your push, your assault is being cut down by, I can't do fractions, but it's a lot. Because crypto has no mobility. Unless you're doing bunny hopping, then you're not going to get anywhere fast with crypto at all. And that goes for a
Mm-hmm.
lot of legends. But that being said, you also have that caustic to worry about. So unless the caustic gets a head start, or you have a zip line for him to take, your push is not going to get anywhere fast. Especially even if you use the EMP to not only shock them and stun them and slow them down, but again, you still have to accommodate your slowest character on that team. Now, if it was a Watson instead of a Caustic, it's different because she's a lot faster than he is. She's got mobility on him like tenfold. But again, you're camping, you're holding up in buildings, you're slowing the pace down of your team in terms of moving forward or moving backward, backtracking, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This puts Crypto at a disadvantage again because he's supposed to look for the enemy. He's supposed to tell you where they are. The only person that should be camping on that team is the Crypto because he has to find a safe place to hide, put him in there, put him behind a closed door in a room, block
Right.
him in, whatever. You have to put him first. He is your top priority, regardless of who you're playing as. If you're a Wraith, it doesn't matter. You have to give him the opportunity to do his job and do it properly. If you want to put down a zipline for him, that's on you. If you don't want to drop a portal for him, that's on you. If you don't want to drop a jump pad on him, that's on you. If he dies, it's your fault because it's his job to do what he's supposed to do, and that's gather intel. Now, if you can't give him that opportunity, then what's the point of having a crypto on your team? Right? Like, what's the point? If you don't want someone to take a second to like give you a head start on the push, then you might as well just be having a bloodhound on your team. And let's face it, he's not that great either. Regardless, of the buff that they give him, her, whatever. Because again, his scan does not last very long. It's like, hey, it's 2 seconds where you get, no, sorry, I think it's actually 5 now. I think it's 5 seconds where you actually keep the scan on your team, and
Yeah.
all traps are visible and will remain visible until the end of the match.
Well,
Right?
Bloodhound's thing is very different because it's not a full body scan, it's only in front of him
Yeah,
for a certain stretch, and it doesn't recharge as fast as some people would like. And that's on purpose because they don't want you to just be able to,
spam it.
you know, you
Because
know,
then, of
yeah.
course, if you could spam it, you would be playing crypto, right?
Well, the
So here's,
crypto can't see through buildings. I think that's the more important thing is like in a
true.
battle, he can't, you can scan anyone, anywhere, no matter what. And for crypto, you have to be looking at them, per
Hmm.
se, like that nothing can be in your way. And they're two
True.
very different scans, but of course, Bloodhounds is more, it's a very different thing.
Yeah, of course. It's supposed to give you like a position as to where they are for however long you
Yeah.
need it. With crypto, it's like a security camera placed up in a corner somewhere, which is what I do.
Yeah.
Because like I'll put it like for that one example, we won in Kings Canyon over by I want to say no, not wetlands. I forget where it is. With that one Mirage that kept going down, and we picked them up all the time, and then we did all the work at the end, and we won. That
Mhm.
I knew they were coming around the corner because I put the drone up there. I was like, I'll look down here at this angle and make sure, you know, I'm at the right angle and the right height to accommodate for the 30-meter radius, uh, scan. So that's what I did. I put the drone up there. I scanned them. I was like, hey, there they are. Let's do something, you know. And that was the whole purpose. Because like I knew at some point or another they would come around that corner, and with that 30 meters, I can see like a straight line. And once they cross it, bam, they get scanned. So at that point, having the crypto on the team makes sense because you are in your top two and you have no idea where they are, and you want to sit down because you want to look for them. That makes sense, right? Because not only are you doing what you're supposed to be doing with the crypto, but you're also giving him the chance to do his job. But again, it's super situational in moments where yes, camping with the crypto on your team is a good idea, or at least giving him the opportunity to kind of search the area and kind of make sure that it's okay to move on. That being said, I feel like the how do you say it? The lack of opportunity to do his job like that is very high. Like the lack of ability to pull that off every time,
Mhm.
or to be able to like take a moment and actually move the camera, sorry, the drone to where it needs to be, and see what you need to see to be able to clear a path for your team and be like, hey, we're clear here, we should move up, or what's the next rotation? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now, because of that lacking in opportunity, I feel like maybe that's why he's still not picked as regularly as he probably should be. Because sometimes, like you'll, what was it? I think it was last night or the night before when we played with Shy. We kind of showed up. We killed a bunch of people, and then more people came as we were looting. In that moment, I couldn't put my drone out because every time I tried, another team would show up. You
Yeah.
know, so it's
And
like
the difference between Bloodhound and Crypto is Bloodhound is very more like of an in-your-face kind of scanner. You
exactly,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why in situations like that, like say we third party, we kill everybody and we get lucky enough to loot, I try to throw my drone out as quickly as I can to just kind of put it up at a certain angle to make sure, that it's, decent and so I can still see something if something comes up, regardless of what direction I face it. That's what I try to do because it gives us an opportunity to, yes, loot in peace, but still have an opportunity to see what's coming. And
Mhm.
because of that, it makes it difficult for him to be played because you have to sort of accommodate yourself as the crypto player, but you also have to make sure still finding the time to really put the drone out when you can, even in opportunities when you can't and probably shouldn't. Because, again, there's times when putting out the drone at a crucial moment where you probably shouldn't be could be life or death, and maybe in a good opportunity, if pulled off quickly enough and done right, it can lead to a very successful win. Like, you weren't there for this one, but we were in World's Edge in the train station by Thermal, and we were just like, okay, great, we got time to loot, we're gonna be just fine, we're just gonna do this and move on. Then we got stuck by those houses outside the, just like next to the train station, and I was stuck behind under the stairs, and I was like, I have to find this guy because they keep running around, and one of them was a Pathfinder, the other one was an Octane. So the assault kept coming from all different angles, and we were just not getting anywhere. So I said, I'm under the stairs, you stay inside, I'm not moving, because if I move, they're gonna hear me, and they're gonna freaking come for me. So I threw the drone out. Worst idea ever, but I did it anyway. And I threw it out, and I immediately hit the alt, and with the Pathfinder in the air, he got hit by the EMP, fell out of the sky, mid-swing, landed right in front of me, took out my Spitfire, laid him out, took him out. And the only person left was the Octane. And at that point, Shy came out and was like, there he is, brrr, done, we win. And I was like, there you go. See, having the drone out is key. And it's probably the only thing that can really make a game work for the crypto. Uh, if he doesn't have it out, then he's just not doing it right. If he's not positioning it I'd like to do every 60 meters, then, you know, that's just a personal preference, but I still believe that it should be relatively close to your last position if you have to move up. Regardless, if the drone's not out, you're not doing it right. You have to have it out. Because even if it's like one of like those blink and you miss it scans, it's still worth it because that way you're like, hey, he's in range. Pop the ult, slow him down, come clutch if possible. If not, well, you tried. So my only that's both the argument against him and for him. He is very, very, very situational, and team composition is one of the biggest things that can go with him or against him. That all being said, I feel like he is more than likely at least a 5. At least 5. But that's, again, based on what I've come to know for him, you know, personally speaking, what I've dealt with both you and Shy, or just you, or just Shy, and randos, it's it can be beneficial to have him around,
Yeah.
but it is very, very, very difficult to make sure that everyone else is pulling their weight to accommodate the crypto.
Yeah.
Because, again, team composition is the key to make it work. And there's some good characters with him that can make it work. There's always, like, I hate to say it, but Crypto Mirage is actually pretty good. Crypto Octane is not that bad. Crypto Watson, I prefer it, but I don't always get it. What was it? Crypto Wraith is good for mobility. Crypto Pathfinder is pretty good. And I especially hate to say it, but I love it. Crypto Gibraltar is actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
So again,
I
it
think
just
a
depends
crypto node.
really.
Can he see through Bangalore smoke? That's something I do need to know.
Oh yeah, well yes, yes
Yeah.
and no, yes and no. It
Because
depends.
I know it's either the gas or the smoke that he can't see through, and I'm forgetting which one.
You can see through gas, but it's very difficult. It's You can see through the center of it, but on the edges it's a little harder. With
Or
smoke,
does it still scan them?
yeah, you can. I can still scan through them.
Okay, that's the main question.
Oh, that's what you meant in terms of scanning.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the smoke you can't because it's a perfect counter.
got it.
Um, but if you're walking through it, you can still technically see through it. But gas you can scan, no problem. No problems at all. So yeah, again, as long as you have one person that can accommodate him, you're fine. But if two of them are against you, then you're shit out of luck. I hate to say it, but it's true. I I love him, but it's hard to be him. Granted, it was I know I said it a couple of times already, but his ability to reload while in drone is the best thing that could have happened to that character. I swear to God. Whew. Anyway, he's definitely a 5 for me, at least a 5. If you don't want to put him there, I'm okay with 6 because I understand completely.
I'm just looking at the characters, and I think he should go at 6. Because of course, I personally think he's a great legend to play. Just looking at the competition around him, I think he should go to 6. Just because of one, it being situational, and also some of the other legends are more useful in terms of team, and I think on some other lists he would be higher. But in terms of just like general benefit and wellness to the team,
Yeah,
he'd go like halfway. Because of course what he does is amazing, but it's very limited
Oh,
per
absolutely.
se. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I think that's mainly it.
And playing as him for as long as I have, I feel like actually you said it better than I could actually. Yeah. He's
I
very
forgot what I said.
he's very
Limited,
limited
that's
in what he
word.
can. Like he can perform for his team, but it's
Yeah.
in terms
When
like
it
you
comes
said,
down to it, the
yeah,
job he has, he can do amazing as long as
absolutely.
someone knows how to use him and player skills not being taken into account. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's his potential.
Mhm.
But like when it comes down to it, he does only really have one or two jobs.
Absolutely.
That's just like his thing, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But he's great with the job he has.
Absolutely. I totally agree. It's
And now
he's
that
good at
they've
what he does, but what he does is not always beneficial to the people around him. Like,
yeah,
or rather, the people around him aren't always beneficial to him. But that,
I think it goes a little both ways cuz if like you're not really attacking anyone, you're just like no one's around you. It's just kind of like, well, he's here. No one's in the area.
yeah,
Can tell you that much. But of course, that goes to say for most of them.
that's true. That's very
Yeah.
true. Yeah, there you go. God, that was a great conversation. I feel better. I'm gonna upload that because that made me feel better about myself.
All right.
Abandoning him as I did. Well, I didn't abandon him. I just kind of like put him on the back seat and just be like, "Here's your juice box. And shut up."
You just changed focuses. Here's your cat. Go home for now. We'll call you when we need you.
Yeah, absolutely.